And we're back with another video. Today we are unpacking a 10.6 million rand business email compromise scam that had recently taken place in South Africa. Now, so you've always double checked your email to verify banking information through a phone call maybe from your bank. Well, for a 78-year-old retired businessman here in South Africa, in Cape Town actually, a moment of not doing so actually cost him his entire life savings and pension investment fund of a staggering 10.6 million. Now stay tuned while we get through the information so you can see exactly how it happened and how you can avoid going through that as well. So like I said, we are going to dive a little bit deeper down into this situation. It's called the BEC scam, aka the business email compromise scam. And we're gonna unpack how a retired old guy, 78 years old, almost lost the entire 10.6 million.
South African Banking Risk Information Centre, SABRIC, has identified a scam known as business email compromise, where criminals steal money by asking for it.
Don't forget, I do give away two $5,000 funded accounts every week. All you have to do is make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and you leave a comment related to the video in the comment section below. For the protection of the client's identity, we're going to call him Mr. X. Now, after selling his small business over 20 years and heading into retirement at the age of 78, he planned to invest 10.6 million of his life savings, right? He was working with a recommended financial advisor or financial institution. The fraudsters, however, were watching. They infiltrated the email systems, meticulously crafting emails that appeared to be from his financial planner using subtle deceptions like slightly incorrect email addresses that are easy to miss. Now, I've happened to be in a situation like this where someone tried to scam me through making me believe that they've paid me through PayPal for an item that I was selling. But after doing some research, looking at the email address, I realized that this is not from PayPal. But in any case, posing as a legitimate financial institution, the scammers now, they first send an email mentioning a planned debit, right? Now, they first said that they were going to plan the debit order was about to go off. But a few days later, a second fraudulent email arrived claiming that debit failed and providing an alternative FNB bank account details for a direct payment of 6 million. Believing he was following instructions, Mr. X made 6 separate 1 million rand payments over 3 days into this fraudulent account. Now remember, we were talking about 10.6. Now we know that there's about 6 million already. Now, but they weren't done. Another fraudulent email, again mimicking the financial institution, then arrived requesting that client, Mr. X, to pay another 4.6 million into a Capitec business account in 2 tranches of 2.3 million. The client thought, okay, cool, and he just continued to make these payments. Now, the client only realized the alarm bells only went off when a legitimate financial institution tried to debit the account for the original investment amount and the funds weren't there. Mr. X contacted his financial planners and was horrified to learn they had no record of emails requesting direct payments. It was discovered the scammer had even set up a rule in his email account to automatically delete the fraudulent email messages after he had seen them hiding their tracks. Now, this case again highlights the scammers not really giving a shit, going as far as hijacking emails, pretending to be all of these law firms, and basically impersonating trusted individuals and businesses to trick victims into willingly sending money or sensitive information as well. Now, this isn't an isolated situation that happens in South Africa. Reports have shown that there's been many scams like this that have taken place, and the most targeted are law firms in particular because they normally handle the transactions between the client and the house, for instance, that they want to own or anything in that matter as well.
South African Banking Risk Information Centre, SABRIC, has identified a scam known as business email compromise.
But there was some good news for Mr. X's case. Police and the Hawks were investigating and are still investigating, hunting for an organized crime network potentially operating across borders. Some funds were recovered. 5.1 million come from the 6 million that was in FNB. the FNB account and only 9,000 Rand from the Capitec account, leaving 4.6 million still missing. Both FNB and Capitec have confirmed detecting fraud and cooperating with the investigations. Now here's quick 5 tips how you can avoid getting scammed when you receive an email not knowing. Number 1, verify everything. Check the email. Check if you are expecting a debit order from a company, call the company, ask them, do you know it? Did you email me this? The second one is scrutinize email addresses. Check the email. Make sure it says they at capitec.com, not at Capitec ZA this and that. No, don't do that, right? Be wary of urgency. Fraudsters and scammers, as you guys know, they like to pretend that you need to get it done today. It must happen now. Don't wait until later. Pay now. If you see someone reacting like that to you, you have to know it's time to pull out. This is a scam. Use things like 2FA, right, to secure your email addresses, phone numbers, and all of these things, right? But again, just looking at the case of this client over here, it serves as a very harsh reminder that threats are real and it can happen. These things that happen. And the one thing I do want to say, scammers, as we know, they do not really care whether you are old, young, you know, newborn, or whatever the case is. If they want to take your money, they will take your money. And guys, that is it from my side. Let me know if you've ever had anything like this happening to you or someone that you know as well. Thank you for your time, and as always, cheers for the ears.